Back in the 1960s, I used to commentate on a really dramatic and exciting form of motorsport called rallycross. And one of the top people in it was a lovely bloke called John Button. He used to race a VW, which he called the Colorado Beetle. And he had a son, and he called his son Jenson. And now he's a world champion. Nice to be with you, Jenson.
How you doing, Murray?
Right. But when you were young, did you want to race, or did John want you to race?
I was a very active child, and I got bored very easily. I still do. So he bought me the car, and I loved it from the word go.
Well, as a result of all that, you get a chance to drive for Williams. This must have been enormous pressure for you.
Yeah, it was all very confusing. Frank Williams said, "Are you ready for Formula One?" And I said, "No." I was a truthful 19-year-old. Yeah. And then I spoke to my dad, and he said, "You're kidding me. You didn't say that to Frank." I said, "Yeah, I wanted to be honest." And he said, "Maybe be a little bit less honest." So I called Frank back, and I was a little bit less honest. It's such a different atmosphere to anything I'd ever raced before. I had no experience of setting up a car whatsoever, so all I had was just my ability to drive fast and try and learn as quick as I could. I didn't know until the day of the launch that I had the drive.
Well, you got the drive. 2006,
Yep.
your 113th Grand Prix,
Yep.
and you won. You must have felt as though you'd had a weight taken off your shoulders.
Yes, definitely. You know, I was very confident in myself and in the team. I know that we didn't have the outright performance in the dry, but then Hungary came. It rained. And then it was just a fight, you know, the whole race, fighting through the field. You know, there was so much action, so much fighting. And then I found myself with 10 laps to go with a 35-second lead. And I just loved every second of it, you know. I didn't want it to end, and the finish line came way too soon.
Now, Ross Brawn had joined to run the team as team principal with all the skills and experience that he's got.
And Honda, to be fair, put a lot of effort into building the new car.
But then, thanks to Martin Whitmarsh, you get Mercedes power in the Brawn, and you win 6 of the first 7 races.
Yep.
You become world champion. You have a car advantage.
So we strapped the Mercedes engine in the back, and you know, thanks to Martin and Brawn. And yeah, we won 6 out of 7 races. And yes, we turned up at the first race with a very competitive car. And we had an advantage. But we never had an advantage.
You've got to be able to exploit that advantage.
Yeah, you have, but we never had an advantage like you've seen the last 2 years.
Right, right.
And that's something that people forget.
You've had your ups and you've had your downs. How much longer?
I don't know. I mean, if I can see that next year is an exciting year, and that we could fight at the front, I'd like to race next year. I've got to do a good enough job this year first, really.
I'm sure you will. When you finish your Formula One career, do you have any plans?
I have so many ideas and things that I think I can achieve after Formula One, but there's no point concentrating on them too much. You know, Formula One is my life at the moment, and it has to be.
Whatever you do, you'll do it well.
Thank you very much, Murray. Cheers.